in Florida, in customs, being sent home. We've died all this time, we've trained hard, and we get this far, and yes, we are denied to get in. The lady on the counter was very abrupt, very arrogant. There's no reason in arguing with someone like that. What can I do? I've trained this hard.
What's up guys and welcome. You're watching Fazi Fitness. Let's start this video with a terrible news. As Nathan Dauda has been denied entry into the US. He won't be competing at the biggest bodybuilding show of the year for the 5th year in a row. It really must be heartbreaking that a guy who could have been a guaranteed top 10 every year in the last 5 years, he just couldn't make it to the Olympia stage for different reasons. Now you can really understand why his career goals are not cracking top 5 or top 6 anymore. He wants to win as many shows as he possibly can before he retires, and the shape that he is in right now at 14 days out. Do not be surprised at all if he jumps into the European tour post-Olympia, like Prague or Romania or even Japan Pro, and focus on getting those paychecks.
So guys, they're saying basically, the paperwork is wrong. I'm reassuring here it's right. It's right, myself and so many other athletes out there are hating in regards to these visa issues. This puts the food on our table, feeds our kids, put our lives on the line.
All of us fans were really looking forward to his comparison with guys like Hunter Labrada and Michael Crizo, and even his rematch with Regan Grimes. But sadly that will not happen. Guys like Behrouz Tabani and guys like Nathan Dauda, they are demanding that the Olympia should be held in Europe every few years, so that everyone who is qualified can step on his dream stage.
We need to be helped. Myself, so many athletes out there, whether Olympia needs to help us or Olympia needs to move places and let everyone compete, because it's just not fair, man. It's not fair.
So we have another empty slot in the top 10 at the Olympia this year. So who among these young guys is gonna grab this opportunity and get that placing? So this is exactly what a high carbs implementation day can do. After several days of going very low on carbs, trying to get ready early, Michael Daboul finally got some carbs in his system, and his physique just came back to life. There is no more fat to lose. At this point, it is just a matter of landing the plane, and that is gonna happen in just 2 more weeks. Michael is truly sensational, especially when it comes to the conditioning aspect of bodybuilding, and he works extremely hard for it. I'm sure so many of classic physique Olympians who will be in great condition by their own standards, if they stood next to Michael Daboul, they will look a little soft in comparison, because that is how peeled this guy is. And we did see it happen at the Arnold Classic UK, where Michael was able to beat a very good Wesley Vizers, who is a lot more aesthetic and a lot more classic. So there is another rematch to look forward to in classic physique. Next up, we have an update from Samson Dauda, 2 weeks out of this year's Mr. Olympia. The Arnold Classic 2023 and the Texas Pro this year. Both these shows are a proof that guys like Andrew Jack and Samson Dauda, they don't need fully stretched glutes to show the judges that they are ripped. So those kind of physiques do not necessarily need peeled glutes to win big shows. And what is even the point of chasing one body part, especially if that comes at the expense of size and fullness on stage, which is their trademark. And don't get me wrong, Samson does need better conditioning compared to what we saw at the Arnold at this year's Mr. Olympia. And that is exactly what he was told at the NPC headquarters when he posed a few weeks back there. And I'm sure he is gonna be better compared to the Arnold in every aspect, not just the conditioning. And that is exactly what makes Samson one of the most dangerous athletes in this year's Mr. Olympia lineup. What if he's able to make some drastic improvements the way he did from the Olympia last year to the Arnold Classic? Plus, he brings better conditioning as well. He is gonna be top 3 for sure, maybe even higher in that case. When Chris Bumstead made his Olympia debut back in 2017, there was classic written all over him. Believe it or not, even that year people had Chris Bumstead winning the show. He lost that show based on just one shot, the back double bicep, where honestly was just way too good from the back. And not just against Chris Bumstead, against everyone. Now fast forward to 2023. Chris is 2 weeks out of the Olympia, trying to win his 5th consecutive title. And the interesting thing is the fact that this might very well be the last Olympia of his career. Maybe that is gonna be the case, or maybe it isn't gonna be. But here is the thing, he does talk about this topic a lot, that he isn't gonna compete till he is 35. So can anyone stop him this year? Realistically speaking, if Chris is at his best, all these weight changes, that won't make a difference at all in the outcome. I don't think he even maxed out last year, but that structure allows him to create that illusion of being that biggest guy on that stage. In fact, he is the biggest guy on the Olympia stage in Classic. Hani Rambo worked with Chris Bumstead for only a few months last year, and that package turned out to be the best of his career. So who else thinks this year Chris will blow everyone out of the water in an even more dominating fashion? So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.